Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I am Valsa Williams with the midday news. The headlines: India calls for a permanent resolution to border demarcation with China by reviving established mechanisms and restore trust deficit. New Delhi holds talks with Moscow on supply of S-400 systems, Su-30 MKI upgrades, and expedite procurement of critical military hardware. World-famous annual Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra begins in Puri. US President Donald Trump hints at major trade deal with India. And monsoon to cover entire country in next 3 to 4 days. IMD forecasts extremely heavy rainfall conditions over Saurashtra and Kutch today. India has stressed to have a permanent solution to border demarcation with China by rejuvenating the established mechanism and called for bridging the trust deficit created between the two nations after the 2020 border standoff. New Delhi also underlined the need for maintaining peace and tranquility along the Indo-China border and solving issues through a structured roadmap of permanent engagement and de-escalation. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh held a bilateral meeting with his Chinese counterpart, Admiral Tung Chun, on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Defence Ministers meeting in China. Mr. Singh acknowledged the work being undertaken by both sides to bring back a semblance of normalcy in bilateral relations. The Defence Minister briefed his counterpart on the recent Pahalgam terror attack and India's Operation Sindoor aimed at dismantling the terrorist networks in Pakistan. India has held discussion with Russia over the supply of S-400 systems, Su-30 MKI upgrades, and procurement of critical military hardware in expeditious timeframes. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh had a bilateral meeting with his Russian counterpart Andrei Belousov in Qingdao on the sidelines of the SCO Defence Ministers meeting. The two ministers held in-depth discussions on a range of issues covering current geopolitical situations, cross-border terrorism, and Indo-Russian defence cooperation. During the meeting, the Russian Defence Minister highlighted the long-standing Indo-Russian relations and expressed solidarity with India on the horrendous and cowardly Pahalgam terror attack. Our correspondent reports that it was one of the most important meetings between the two leaders held in the backdrop of Operation Sindoor and the consequent necessity of augmenting defence production. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today said India has not signed the joint document at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Defence Ministers meeting in China as one country did not want to make a reference to terrorism. Talking to reporters in New Delhi, Dr. Jaishankar said the SCO was formed with the objective of fighting terrorism. He said Defence Minister Rajnath Singh clearly said if there is no mention of terrorism in the joint document, India will not sign it.
Rajnath ji's view rightly was that without that reference, when the main purpose of that organization is to fight terrorism and you are not allowing a reference to that, I am not prepared to. So I think it is very understandable and सर्व सहमति से SCO चलता है. तो एक देश ने जो है उन्होंने कहा कि हम नहीं मानेंगे कि आतंकवाद का कहीं जिक्र होना है और राजनाथ जी ने कहा कि अगर आतंकवाद का कोई इसमें जिक्र नहीं है तो हम लोग जो है वो स्टेटमेंट नहीं मानते.
The world-famous annual Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra began in Puri today. The holy town of Puri is witnessing an overwhelming spiritual spectacle as the Yatra began with grandeur and devotion. Lakhs of devotees from across India and abroad have gathered to participate in the sacred event. In this sacred procession, the deities were escorted from the sanctum sanctorum of the Jagannath temple to their majestic chariots by dedicated priests. The ceremonial Pahandi Bijay, the ritual procession of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra, was conducted with traditional fervour this morning. We now go over live to our correspondent, S.N. Patnaik, for more details. S.N., tell us what is the current status of the chariots and rituals of Lord Jagannath. SN, can you hear us?
Babalsa, all you know, Rath Yatra is the oldest chariot festival in the world. You know, people believe that seeing Lord Jagannath during this Yatra gives moksha. So, lots of devotees are waiting to see their gods on the Grand Road in Puri. They come to see blessings of Mahaprabhu. As of now, the Kohan rituals of Lord Balabhadra, Devi Subhadra and Lord Jagannath has been completed. The deities are now on their respective chariots. After Serapahara ceremony by the king of Puri, the chariots will begin to move along the Grand Road. The chariot pulling is likely to start around 4
SN, we seem to have some audio issue on the line. We'll try and get back to you. Moving on, President Draupadi Murmu has extended her greetings to all citizens on the auspicious occasion of the sacred Rath Yatra in Puri in Odisha. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also extended his greetings to all citizens on the sacred occasion. In a social media post, he expressed hope this holy festival of faith and devotion brings peace, happiness, prosperity, good fortune and good health to everyone. Prime Minister Modi also extended wishes to the Kutchi community across the world on the occasion of Kutchi New Year, Ashadi Beach. In a social media post, Mr. Modi congratulated the Kutch brothers and sisters and conveyed his wishes for lasting happiness, peace, prosperity and good health for all. President Draupadi Murmu has said that a strong micro, small and medium enterprises MSME ecosystem is essential for the sustainable economic development of the country, as it is a strong pillar of the country's economy. Addressing the International MSME Day function in New Delhi today, the President said the MSME sector is playing an important role in the progress of the country. She highlighted that the sector is contributing about 30% to the country's GDP, 36% to the manufacturing sector and 45% to exports.
सूक्ष्म लघु और मध्यम उद्यम न केवल देश के सफल घरेलू उत्पाद में महत्वपूर्ण योगदान देते हैं, बल्कि वे जमीनी स्तर पर नवाचार को भी बढ़ावा देते हैं। ये उद्यम रोजगार सृजन के साथ साथ सामाजिक समावेश को भी सफल प्रदान करते हैं। एमएसएमई क्षेत्र भारत के सफल घरेलू उत्पादों में 30% का योगदान रहा है। ये क्षेत्र कृषि के बाद देश में दूसरे सबसे बड़ा रोजगार सृजन करता भी है।
Returning to the Rath Yatra story, we now have our correspondent SN Patnaik online. SN, tell us the update and what preparations and security arrangements have also been made at the Puri Shri Mandir for the large number of devotees congregating for the Rath Yatra.
Well, sir, you know, the holy city of Puri is under tight security for the 9-day Rath Yatra festival. Government has prepared all security system. A 5-tier security system has been put in place. Around 200 platoons of police have been deployed, 8 companies of BSF, CRPF, and 10,000 personnel from Odisha police, home guard have been stationed in and around Puri. But this first time, you know, sir, this year the sub-control rooms are monitoring the city. They are watching the traffic and crowd movement. They are using live feeds from about 275 AI-powered CCTVs. The cameras installed from Bhubaneswar to Puri and from Puri to Konark. Many cameras are also placed across the Puri town.
Right. Thank you, SN Patnaik, for the update from the ground. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. Welcome back to the Midday News. In Jammu and Kashmir, the search operation of security forces has resumed to track down 3 Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed JEM terrorists this morning in a forested area of Udhampur district. A terrorist was killed in an encounter with security forces yesterday, while 3 of his associates remained untrapped in the forested area of the Basantgarh belt. Despite bad weather and dense fog in the entire area, the search operation is still on using helicopter, drones and sniffer dogs. The terrorists were confronted by a joint search party of the army and police in the remote Bihali area of Basantgarh yesterday. US President Donald Trump has said that a very big deal with India will be signed soon. The president said America has signed a deal with China. While speaking at an event yesterday, Mr. Trump said they have just signed the deal with China and a big one will come with India soon. Trump asserted that deals will not be made with every other nation. However, Trump did not elaborate on the details of the deal signed with China.
But we're having some great deals. We have one coming up, maybe with India, very big one, where we're going to open up India. In the China deal, we're starting to open up China, things that never really could have happened. And the relationship with every country has been very good.
The India Meteorological Department has forecast monsoon to cover the entire country in the next 2 to 3 days. The weather agency has predicted extremely heavy rainfall conditions over Saurashtra and Kutch today. Talking to Akashvani News, IMD scientist Naresh Kumar said heavy to very heavy rainfall is predicted over the western part of the country today.
The monsoon covers entire country during next 2 to 3 days. And along with that, there is a moderate to heavy rainfall occurring over most part of northwest and east India. If you talk about NCR Delhi, today we are expecting there should be light rainfall. Rainfall activity should increase light to moderate from tomorrow 28th onward, and it will continue till 30th.
After the recent spell of heavy monsoon rains in Himachal Pradesh, today dense clouds have covered the state capital Shimla and most parts of the state. However, reports of light rain have come in from a few places. In incidents of heavy rainfall, cloudbursts and floods, 8 people have lost their lives. Additionally, 2 national highways and 2 hydropower projects have also suffered damage. A report.
In Kangra district of Himachal Pradesh, 5 bodies have been recovered from Manuni stream near Khanyara in Dharamshala, where 8 workers were swept away in a flash flood. 3 people are still reported missing and rescue operations are underway on a war footing to locate them. Meanwhile, in Lahaul Spiti district, the Gramfu-Losar road connecting Lahaul Valley to Spiti and the Kaja Samdho road linking the area to Kinnaur district, which were blocked due to landslides, have now been reopened for traffic. However, some internal roads in Chamba district are still blocked and efforts are ongoing to clear them. The Meteorological Department has issued a yellow alert for rain today and tomorrow. Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu has directed all Deputy Commissioners to remain alert during adverse weather conditions in the monsoon season and to be available at all times for public assistance, ensuring effective response to any situation. The Chief Minister has also appealed to locals and tourists to avoid going near rivers and streams. Ritesh Kapoor, Akashvani News, Shimla.
In Karnataka, a tigress and her 4 cubs have been found dead at the Male Mahadeshwara Hills Wildlife Sanctuary in Chamarajanagar district. According to the forest officials, poison is believed to have been laced into the carcass of a cow as bait to kill the tigers. An autopsy of the dead tigers will be held today. State Forest Minister Ishwar Khandre has informed that an inquiry has been ordered under the Chief Conservator of Forest and the report will come within 3 days. On to sports. In hockey, India Masters Cup finals of men's and women's category will be played in Chennai today. In the men's category, Tamil Nadu will face Maharashtra, while in the women's category, Odisha will take on Punjab. In today's match, for the 3rd and the 4th place in women's category, Haryana beat host Tamil Nadu 4-3 and Chandigarh secured 3rd place by scoring 2-1 against Odisha in the men's category. The International Cricket Council ICC has announced new power play rules for shortened T20 matches and clearly defined the number of overs allowed up front with restricted field in its new playing conditions for the shortest format. New rules will be effective from next month. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India calls for a permanent resolution to border demarcation with China by reviving established mechanisms and restore trust deficit. New Delhi holds talks with Moscow on supply of S-400 systems, Su-30 MKI upgrades and expedite procurement of critical military hardware. World-famous annual Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra begins in Puri. US President Donald Trump hints at major trade deal with India. Monsoon to cover entire country in next 3 to 4 days. IMD forecasts extremely heavy rainfall conditions over Saurashtra and Kutch today. And with that, we end the midday news.